Hey everybody, welcome to the Georgia. All right, I'm going to get us started with our transition, grounding meditation. So just find your comfortable posture, whatever that is. Alert, but comfortable, relaxed, and eyes closed if you'd like, or you can keep them open, whatever works for you. And we're just coming from whatever energetic space we were just in to whatever energetic space is right here, right now. You can start by just connecting with your breath. Maybe just take a couple of deep breaths, to really feel it and feel it moving through the body. And remembering once again that we are in fact breathing and there is a body right here. And maybe your version of a sort of body scan to kind of get acquainted with the right here, right now energy. It's moving through you, or perhaps sitting in an area. I like to start with my shoulders and chest and neck area because I tend to hold some tension there. So you can just kind of check it out and see what you might feel. Might be strong sensations, might be really subtle, somewhere in the middle. And if you are feeling quite relaxed there, just feeling into that, appreciating that. Or if you have some tension, perhaps trying to feel it and then take a deep breath and relax it out a little. And as you're doing this, if the thoughts are already popping in and the mind is wandering, that's okay. That's what it does. You just notice those and say, hey, I can come back to you later. And come back to the breath. And then you can just move around. Perhaps you want to check out your belly. Your legs. Just moving from where we were into what's here right now. And then just notice if there's any kind of striving, any kind of on purpose, right? Trying to find something or make something happen. We're just reminding ourselves that meditation is not, right, it's not about the outcome. We're not trying to get anywhere or do anything or have to be still now in meditation. It's the process of just connecting and trying to fully engage with what is here now. Nowhere to get, just what's happening. There is a body and what's happening with it. And today we're going to be inviting in the feeling and the idea of play, and you know how that's connected to joy. I'm sure immediately you can all kind of feel that connection. And so play is the same. It's the same thing as meditation, right? And when we're playing, we are in it in that moment. There's nowhere we're trying to get to because we're already doing it. Well, right now we are meditating, we are sitting. And when we're playing, we're active, we're alert, but we're not stressed. There's a non-stressed kind of frame of mind. That's why we always say we're alert but relaxed. We're already doing what we came to do. Just being with what is. And now, if you're ready, you can open your eyes and kind of come back to the group. Sure. Yeah, we're gonna ring the bell again. Just because it's so lovely. It's the fire element bell today, just so you know. And then moving into our quick reflection so that we could just share briefly and connect on something, this idea of play. You know, if there's, so we're just hoping, okay, so if there's any kind of thing that pops up for you, any kind of memory, it could be from the past, it could be from the past week, it could be from your childhood as a child playing, children that you've been around, just that feeling and memory and idea, experience of play. Is there, there's anything that pops up for you and that you can really feel into it? We love for people to just share that so we can kind of get into that, like, woohoo, play, you know, that childlike, incredible feeling where nothing else matters. Ooh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, I'll start. I will share like my most recent and maybe so most fondest memory of play was 20 minutes ago and us playing in this thing of play and how it just becomes more play and it's so lighthearted and open. Yeah, it fills the heart.
We used to play this game in the yard called the tripping game, and it is just like what it sounded like. We would run around at top speed and try to trip each other, and we would like literally almost like kill each other, but it was so fun. We had so much fun.
Thank you, everybody. And that game of tripping, I mean, so that's, I'm going to dive into that because that's really what play is about. And I want to talk more about what is play. George Bernard Shaw said, we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. So what is play? I'm going to try to, like, I love play and imagination is so much part of my jam, but I'm going to try to condense into 5 minutes a little bit about play.
Good luck.
Mostly, yeah. Best of luck. See you on the flip side. The definition of play has 5 rules or agreements. I'll state them, then I'll develop them a little. Play is self-chosen and self-directed. Play is an activity where the means is valued more than the outcome. Play is guided by mental rules. Play is imaginative, non-literal, and removed from serious life. Play involves an active, alert, but non-stressed frame of mind. So, play is self-chosen and self-directed. It's an expression of freedom. It's what you do. It's doing what you want to do versus what you're obligated to do. You're always free to quit. And you, the collective players, whether it's you by yourself or a bunch of people, agree to the rules. Everybody has to agree to the rules. Play is an activity where the means are valued more than the ends or the outcome. It is process-oriented. Attention is focused on the means, the play, and not the outcome, not who wins, what's achieved, or what's built. You can think of cats and prey or cats and play. If you've lived or observed cats, when they want to prey, they attack and they get, and it's like the quickest mode of getting there. When they want to play, they will like capture the mouse and then let it go and run around, let it go a little further, and then they'll get it again, they'll let it go. So we want to invoke the play part, not the quickest way of getting there, but the process of playing. One form of play known as constructive play, where we build things. The primary object is the creation of the object, not the having of it. Think of kids playing and building a sandcastle at the beach, or adults. Think of building a sandcastle. It's not the having of the sandcastle. It's the process of building it. Because if as a kid, your parent came and built the sandcastle and said, here you go, kid, it's just not as fun. It's not the same thing. So play is guided by mental rules. They're freely chosen, but they're not free form. It's not completely chaos. If you're creating something, it might be use these particular set of things or stay within this space. There's a Russian psychologist who studied two sisters. They were age 5 and 7. And they didn't really know how to relate to each other by being sisters. They had no sort of rules for that. But if they would play sisters, they had rules for that. They believed that sisters should dress the same and do the same things. And so it helped them understand some mental rules about play. And that leads to like learning to self-control, whether you want to agree to the rules and therefore control your actions so that you can be part of the game, or not, and so less self-control. You don't have to change your actions. Play is imaginative, non-literal, and removed from serious life. The concept of time in or time out. You know, kids say, oh, time out, because you got to go back to reality, serious life. You got to go to the bathroom. You got to tie your shoes. You got to deal with whatever. Time in is the playtime. And we never really say we're in pretend mode. We're in imagination mode. When somebody's doing a Shakespeare play and they're pretending to murder somebody on stage, they don't stop and say, hey, remember, all of this is a play. We're just playing here. Fantasy and imagination play such an important part of play. Even, let's say, an architect, they're building a real house in the real world, but they have to imagine the house in their head and imagine how somebody might use that house. And so there's like some reality to it, but a lot of it is imagination. And as kids might show, and adults maybe less, serious about the play, but understanding that play is not serious. And then it involves an active and alert, but non-stressed frame of mind. The brain is in attention mode, focused on the means, similar to mindfulness, to meditation. The fear of failure diminishes because you're not worried about the outcome. You're just here to play. And it's a great way to incorporate new ideas and experiences and experiment more freely, because again, you're in that play mode instead of worried about the outcomes. And that brings us more joy. So we're going to do a quick little workout exercise in play. And we hope that this works out. This is all play. So
Right, we'll see.
We'll see. We invite you all to unmute. And I will give you the rules of the game. We'll go a few rounds. And you might have played this game, a game similar. Person A, which will be me for now, is going to say, I'll say my name and I'm going to do an action. And then I'm going to say the person that I'm passing to and do an action. That will be Monica in this moment. Monica is going to repeat whatever I do and then say the next person's name. For this brief intro, it'll be me again. And we'll go back and forth. But then we'll add you. Let's see. Sherwood, Monica.
Monica, Sherwood,
Sherwood, Monica.
Monica, Sherwood.
Sure. And so we'll go like that. If you don't get the exact action, again, it's play. Have fun. It's stress-free. So
let's do it.
Let's do it, yo.
Yeah, so kind of like the reflection and then moving.
No.
Yeah. And then moving into like our ending is kind of like that, exactly what we said. Like, what is our experience? And even back to Sherwood's quote of the we don't stop playing because we get old because we stop playing. And then obviously you can see the connection between play as like a big theme as like adults, and how this can bring us such joy, and why we love to be around people that are playful, and we love to be around kids, and those experiences, they get us. And then sometimes it is awkward at first, but then this also connects to some of the stuff we've been talking about recognizing, like what we did last week, about what gets in the way, what is getting in the way of joy. And this is just another avenue to attune to and try to bring joy in when you can, and then also noticing what's in the way when the stuff is in the way, just feeling awkward about being an adult and looking good in front of other people, right?
Yeah, well said.
Thank you.
So hopefully you could see in what we did the 5 rules to play. It was self-chosen, self-directed. You agreed to play, even though I sort of thrusted the rules on
Agreed.
you. It's an activity where the means, the doing, was more important than the outcome. We had some mental rules. We used our imagination. It was non-literal. It was definitely removed from serious life. And you had to be active and alert. And as some of you said in the beginning, there's a little stress, and that's the things that get in the way of joy, the things that we bring, that we're conditioned to. So our homework, your at-home workout, should you choose to participate, is to, like, I'm going to say, find 30 minutes this week for play, whether that's 10 minutes 3 times a week, 1 30-minute session. And what might that look like? For example, you could take inanimate objects and turn them into a cast and create stories about their life. Like, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm okay. How are you? Oh, what'd you do today? Oh, I did nothing.
What are you 2 doing? Cut it out.
Okay, prime example right there. You can build something with Legos, blocks, bobbits, whatever you have. Encourage you to play with drag, with clothing. So, like, maybe try wearing your pants on your top, on your arms, wear your shirt on your legs, whatever. Play, have fun, try something new, build a blanket fort. Cooking is an art, and it's fun to just add things in. It's not about the outcome, it's about the process of doing it. It's a different story.
A little about the outcome,
a little bit. Whatever. Dance is always about the movement of dancing. It's not about what you produce when doing it. Or you can, make music, find weird things to make noises on. Just have fun, whatever it is.
I just want to add that can also include being around a person or peoples that you find to be fun and silly, that know how to play. Make a point to be around them.
And I will close with this quote from Charles Schaeffer. We are never more fully alive, more completely ourselves, or more deeply engrossed in anything than when we are playing. Thank you all. We hope you enjoyed this little session of play, and that you'll spend some time playing this week. Much love, much joy, and yeah, we'll see you all next week.
Woo! Joy Jam.